Hello fellow YouTubers, and especially my fellow Queenslanders. I'm creating these podcasts so there is an official record of my complaint in the metaverse. The point is to seek your support calling for a royal commission into the judiciary in Queensland. My name is Randolph Workus, which in Queensland I've come to realise is synonymous with Voldemort. Do not speak his name. The authorities have obviously made my official complaint a state secret, and I am expected to pay the ultimate price, a life of poverty. Yet the evidence of cronyism is irrefutable. I was swindled by a Supreme Court justice willfully in both the Supreme Court and through cronyism in the Court of Appeal. The Queensland government and the judiciary works in synchronicity with the media, yet I have done nothing wrong. A human rights barrister recently stated, "Randolph, the legal system failed you," which is contrary to everything we believe in a democracy. The reality, though, was not that the legal system failed me, it was him not having the courage to tell the truth. As a whistleblower, there was no one to complain to. The concept of the separation of powers is dead. The judiciary hide under the cloak of ethics, a trust somehow enshrined in naming our politicians honourable. It is literally Putinesque. Most are in awe of authority until they learn the truth. It is important to understand that lawyers, barristers are also expert liars. It is part of their training to be able to argue both points of view and are able to conceal the truth. They specialise in keeping their mouths shut to protect the Illuminati, then threaten anyone who dares expose the truth with libel laws, especially a whistleblower. It really is the fox guarding the henhouse. The concept of the separation of powers doesn't exist in Queensland. It's a furphy. If anyone in the judiciary or the government need a favour, they simply pick up the phone. As a last resort, I've decided to develop a series of YouTube videos detailing the entrenched corruption that envelops the entire judiciary in Queensland, that has been subject of cover-up and obstruction by Premier Palaszczuk and those professional politicians with law degrees that can look directly into a camera and speak with a forked tongue and lie without any fear of contradiction. However, in many cases, these stories, as mine, are simply hidden from view. They control the narrative by controlling the media. This phenomenon has recently been revealed by Elon Musk and how the FBI controlled political messaging secretly at Twitter. In reality, it's beyond Twitter. It's all social media. They have a back door. The corruption within our judiciary is within a scale that could only be imagined by George Orwell when he penned 1984. Some people are more equal than others. Of course, the reason they do this is to protect an industry that is corrupt but maintains its innocence. If corruption is never acknowledged, it simply doesn't exist. It's not there, no matter how irrefutable the evidence. In Queensland, there are literally armies of lawyers that go to work every day, dreaming up new ways to restrict our most basic freedoms under the disguise of a caring government, when in reality, typically, it's just another tax grab. This has to change. Our case is literally stranger than fiction. That was started by a bully with a law degree. In 2005, a man with no scruples that was drunk on power and financially very secure. His position as the senior property partner of one of Brisbane's largest law firms had tentacles that ran throughout the judiciary, that is cloaked in cronyism, that goes to the very heights of leadership, which involves the Premier of Queensland, Palaszczuk, the Chief of Staff, her many senior legal advisors, including the Police Commissioner. The cover-up involves every leading journalist in the media. I don't think the media necessarily want to participate in the cover-up. They are forced under the threat of penalty. It is my understanding that my complaint is obviously now a state secret, that they expect me to pay for in silence. Yet I reiterate, I did nothing wrong. My complaint revolves around a Supreme Court Justice that was forced to provide a correct judgment on the 4th of April 2012, but then overturn his own judgment on the 2nd of May 2012. I knew this was odd, that I was being screwed over, but I didn't know how. I took the matter to the Court of Appeal and lost. Early 2015, I discovered I was the net beneficiary of the law. How could this happen? I have been complaining ever since to anyone that was in a position of power. I met with a senior journalist from News Corp. I showed him the evidence. He understood, he got it. But then, it was as if he died. It was as if he fell off planet Earth. He stopped all communication. No journalist from any media company since responds to the evidence presented to them by email. They intentionally inflict emotional distress, and nobody can hear me scream. In 2020, I discovered that crimes committed were intentional, predetermined, and that my lawyers participated in the charade. They colluded with Justice Peter Lyons and the lawyers acting for Lexon Insurance, an insurance company providing professional indemnity insurance. The fact Lexon Insurance is the professional indemnity insurer of their own lawyers and that it's owned by the Queensland Law Society is a massive conflict of interest. The transcript of the proceedings in the Court of Appeal on the 13th of September 2012 reveals my lawyers never argued before the three justices in the Court of Appeal the reasons I won the proceedings initially in the Supreme Court on the 4th of April 2012. In 2018, the court file revealed the original correct judgment on the 4th of April 2012 was simply missing. It had been removed. In fact, 30% of the documents had been removed from the original court file. Our former Chief Justice Paul de Jersey also provided a winning judgment in favour of our family on the 1st of June 2011, which has also disappeared from the court file. Transcripts of the proceedings held on the 2nd of May 2012, where Justice Peter Lyons overturned his original correct decision with one he knew was false, have all the dialogue removed and then replaced with another labelled revised transcript that was designed to mislead. Fortunately, I had already acquired the original. This really is a mind-blowing story. I'm appealing to the administrators of YouTube to allow my story to be shared and not labelled misinformation, and instead make my story or help publicise it as a priority, as every word in these podcasts is true. It may be controversial, but it is the truth. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel and share my story with anybody you feel may be interested. Many are apathetic until they know the truth. It is very important. Please visit www.whentheftislegal.org, sign the petition on change.org, and if inclined, please leave a donation to help fund this venture as I need help. See you again soon, and always remember, she'll be right, mate. Never fear, Randolph is here. Auf Wiedersehen.